an award where readers vote for their favorite tech products, Oxygen OS has remained the top smartphone operating system for 3 years in a row. Thank you. So it's safe to say people love Oxygen OS, but how do we get here? We released Oxygen OS in 2015 because we wanted to build a better smartphone experience, one that was built hand in hand with our users. See, we have a community of passionate technology fans from all over the world, so it made perfect sense to have them help shape our software together. And we often say that we build our products together with our community. But what does that actually mean? Well, we have software in 3 different tracks. We have a closed beta, an open beta, and stable over-the-air updates. Our closed beta program has more than 400 users. Our open beta, more than 80,000. And our stable over-the-air updates are sent to more than 10 million users worldwide. And each update is actually vetted by a previous group before it gets released. So before a regular user sees something, it has to be first tested and improved upon by our closed beta users and our open beta users. And we've collected more than 77 pieces of feedback and incorporated those into 115 stable software updates across all our devices. And feedback, it can come in many different ways. So apart from our online community and our customer service channel, we frequently host offline events where we meet our users and talk about how we can improve the products together. We call these open ears forums, and here's one we recently did in Amsterdam in July. It was a great success. Our community told us that they wanted more camera customization options, a better video mode, and also making settings easier to find. So that's how we work with feedback. Next, I want to show you how we use all this feedback into building a better software together with our community, Oxygen OS 10. But first, let's take a step back. Why was Oxygen OS born? We built Oxygen to solve what was wrong with the smartphone operating systems on the market. They were complicated to use, they were laggy, and they often had bloatware. Instead, Oxygen OS was designed to be simple, to be seamless, and clean. For us, a seamless user experience should be both smooth and fluid. So every swipe, every scroll, and every tap should be enjoyable, comfortable, and effortless. In Oxygen OS 10, we've recreated and improved upon over 150 system animations to leverage our new 90 Hz refresh rates. So here's a video of some of our full-screen gestures, and you can see that even when slowed down, everything just glides smoothly. We've also improved our unlocking animation. Before, when you unlocked your phone, it would instantly go into your home screen. It was a little bit of a jarring experience. So in the new version, we've made it so that the unlock animation fades away slowly. It's much more comfortable. And it's not just about animations. Interaction design is also really important. So picture this. You're watching a video in landscape mode, and you want to switch between apps. Previously, you had to go back to portrait mode, choose your app, and then come back to landscape mode. In the new version of Oxygen OS, you'll no longer have to do that. You can multitask and switch between apps, all while remaining in landscape mode. Thank you. Now let's talk about some of the new features in Oxygen OS 10, features that were shaped together with our community. As smartphone users, we constantly get bombarded with messages and notifications. This feeling of being always on, it can be a little bit exhausting, right? And that's why we designed Zen Mode, to help you focus on what really matters to you. And ever since its release, our users have been using Zen Mode to help them sleep better, to help them meditate, and students are using it to cut out distractions so they can focus on their studies. Previously, each session of Zen Mode lasted for 20 minutes. However, we heard from you guys that you wanted more options. So in the new Zen Mode, there's options for 20, 30, 40, and 60 minutes. And with over 30% of Zen Mode users using it at least once a week, we believe that this simple change is going to improve the user experience for a lot of people out there. And you might be wondering, it's strange for a smartphone company to stand here and tell you to use your smartphone less, right? But we believe that you have to put the user's interest at the heart of everything you do, because that's the only way to build a good software experience. Next, let's talk about our gallery. Our new and enhanced gallery can now automatically categorize your photos for you based on the context, the people it recognizes, or the different locations. And the best part about this is that it's all done locally on your device. So no data ever gets sent over, which means your privacy is always guaranteed. Thank you. And customization has always been key to Oxygen OS. This time around, we simplified it, and now you can find all your customization options easily in one place. So I'm talking about wallpapers, clock styles, and yes, dark mode. People love dark mode, huh? You can also customize your horizon light. Horizon light leverages the curved edges of our screens to show you notifications in a very sleek way. But you guys asked for more colors. So now you have 4 colors to choose from in your horizon light. And here's something cool that we've been working on and that we're releasing soon. See, our community is spread all over the world. So we wanted to make it easier for you guys to communicate with each other across different languages. So we've been working on a real-time translation feature. So when you're video calling somebody in another language, you'll see subtitles in your mother tongue underneath them. Isn't that cool? Thank you. We'll be sharing more details soon. Android updates, they're key to our users, and therefore also key to us. At OnePlus, we provide you with 2 years of Android updates and 3 years of security updates. And we're also one of the fastest smartphone manufacturers to update the latest version of Android. So just a couple of examples. It took us only 18 days to update the OnePlus 7 and 7 Pro to the new Android 10 beta. And it took us just 46 days to update the OnePlus 6 and 6T to Android P when it first came out. So I'm proud to announce that OnePlus will be the first manufacturer to be shipping Android 10 out of the box. We've been working closely with Google to bring you Oxygen OS 10 and Android 10, starting from day 1. Next, I'd like to welcome Andrei Popescu, Director of Engineering at Google, to tell you all about Android 10. Please give him a warm welcome.
Cool. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for coming here. I'm absolutely blown away to see so many of you here. I'm incredibly happy and grateful to all of you for coming. I'm Andrei Popescu. I lead the Android engineering team in London. I'm not sure that many of you know, but a significant part of Android is built by our engineering team in London in collaboration with our colleagues in Mountain View. As Carl mentioned, it's incredibly exciting that OnePlus will ship with Android 10 directly out of the box. And I'm here to tell you a little bit more about what Android 10 is about. Android 10, of course, is our latest version of the Android operating system, and it's shipped only a couple of weeks ago or so. Its main focus relies around three themes: helpful innovation, privacy and security, and digital well-being. Let me tell you a bit more about each of those. Now, helpful innovation is all about making your lives easier and simpler when using an Android device. We do this in Android 10 using features that use on-device machine learning. One example is the smart reply feature. This is very useful when you get a message and you get a notification on your phone. The phone will use machine learning running on device to predict possible responses, possible actions that you might take in response to that notification. For instance, if the message that you are getting contains an address, the phone will very helpfully suggest opening Google Maps directly and showing you the location of that address directly on a map. This saves you having to click on the notification, go into that app, copying the text and pasting it into Maps. It's a very, very cool example of helpful innovation. Another feature that we launched in Android 10 is Dark Theme. This is a system-wide theme that is not only easier on your eyes, but is also easier on the phone battery. And then finally, another example of helpful innovation is our system-wide gesture navigation system. This allows you to navigate the entire user interface of the device with very simple gestures. You can swipe from the left to go backwards, you can pull up from the bottom to go to the home screen, or you can use a very simple gesture to easily and fluidly navigate between tasks. Security and privacy, we're very proud that we have a long history of developing and shipping industry-first features that protect our users' privacy and security. Android 10 is no different in this respect. We have over 50 new features and changes to the operating system that are meant to preserve users' privacy and security. One example is around transparency and more fine granular control over how you share and how users share location information with applications. For instance, you can go to settings and view which applications have access to your location, and when an application requests location, you can choose to grant location only when you use that application in the foreground, or you can choose to grant location when the application is running in the background, or you can just deny it. What's also very interesting is that the operating system now will notify you when apps that you haven't used in a while are accessing your location in the background. Perhaps you want to take an action and review whether you still want to share location with that application. And the third theme is around digital well-being. This is about Android 10 helping you achieve a healthy balance when it comes to your usage of the phone. We do this through a set of tools, such as a dashboard that allows you to see your usage patterns, allows you to see what apps you're using and for how long. And it also allows you to set up time limits for particular applications and websites. At the same time, we introduced Family Link, which allows parents to set ground rules for digital usage of devices across the whole family. So to recap, Android 10 is all about helpful innovation, privacy and security, and digital well-being. Again, I'd like to thank OnePlus for the incredible collaboration. It's absolutely amazing that they are able to ship Android 10 out of the box on a device only weeks after we shipped a new version of the operating system. So thank you, and I'll hand it back to Carl now.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Andre. Our collaboration with Google doesn't stop there. In Oxygen OS 10,